and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm doing a really quick chit chat, get ready with me. I'm going out tonight and I'm gonna show you guys just, how I prep my face and I got this look for, where I'm about to go. And yeah, in the meantime, I'm gonna talk about various updates in my life with work, love, finances, immigration, just about everything we'll be touching on today. So yeah, if you guys want to know what's going on with me and you also want to see how I kind of achieved this look, be sure to keep on watching. Okay, so I'm just gonna get started. I actually already washed my face and got it nice and clean to put on some makeup, but I do need to, put the moisture back into it. I actually let my face dry and it's super dry, so we gotta get the moisture back in, and I'm gonna be using some of my Estee Lauder products to do that. Now, two of my favorite products for doing this, getting the moisture back into my face, are the Advanced Night Repair Serum. Pretty famous, everybody pretty much knows what it does. It is a great moisturizing serum by Estee Lauder that is really lightweight. You can wear it all day. Even though it's called Advanced Night Repair, I know lots of people that use it during the daytime as well. It lays really well underneath makeup, and it's just, one of those OG products. But they recently came out with the Intense Reset Concentrate, which I'm also loving because it has hyaluronic acid. Let's see if I pronounce that right. Say that 10 times fast because I'm never able to pronounce it right, which is all of the rage right now because it's another moisture encouraging component. What it does is it attracts all the moisture on your face and keeps it there. So again, these two products together are like the king and queen of moisturizing and keeping moisture on the surface of your skin. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually wet my face again and dry it, not completely, because it's best for your face to be still a little bit wet, especially when you're using the hyaluronic acid. So as you guys can see, my face is still a little bit wet, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to take some of the Advanced Night Repair Serum and I'm just gonna rub that in, and then you can already see a total difference in my face right now. It's not ashy anymore. And then I'm gonna take the Intense Reset Concentrate. I usually do 2 pumps, but you don't want to over exaggerate with this serum. Honestly, they say that it's best to use it every once in a while, just when you're having like problematic skin. For right now, I have a couple pimples right here, which I'm trying to get rid of. So I'm just gonna take 2 squirts and just, spread it around my face again. Look at that. Already, my face is already looking nice and plump and juicy. Then I'm gonna go in with the Revitalizing Supreme Night Cream. This is the new cream, which I love to use. It's just a really dry day for my face today. The temperature has been dropping, and so my skin gets extremely dry in the winter, and I just really need. Now that my face is nice and prepped and primed, let's get into the look and the actual life update. So first update that I want to do is about work, which isn't really an update because I've done so many videos this week on working in Italy and how my future is kind of coming along after graduation. And so if you guys saw my last few videos, you're pretty up to speed on what I'm doing right now, what my job is. I'm really happy with it. Things are going really well. On the one hand, I kind of feel like when things are going well for you at work, your life gets a little bit boring because work is it's a long-term thing. It's not gonna end tomorrow, it's not gonna end next week, and it's probably gonna be, for the most part, the same things happening. I don't know, I felt like once I started having steady work, I became a more boring person. You guys tell me, was it the same for you guys? But anyways, work is going pretty well. We've got a couple clients and a couple projects that we're working on, so that's been keeping me more or less quite busy, occupied, and happy. In terms of YouTube and influencer work, some people asked me what I thought about, Instagram's decision to remove the visibility of likes on photos. From an agency perspective, I don't really care and I don't really mind because they didn't remove the likes completely. I can still see them from the computer, and there are other ways for me when I'm doing influencer seeding to pick the influencer. But as an influencer, I'm kind of, I don't want to say nervous, but I just don't know if other agencies and other industry people would have the same kind of approach as me in terms of still using engagement and likes as a metric now that it takes like a couple more steps to see it. And so as an influencer who gets a lot of my influencer income actually comes from Instagram right now, where before it was really obvious that, okay, I have a smaller following on Instagram than I do on YouTube, but it's a very engaged following, and so I still had like an upper hand. Now that people can't really see my engagement as easily, I feel like they're gonna go back to using followers and that number as a base metric for choosing influencer campaigns. And I don't know, I don't want to say worried, but that's kind of what I feel like is going to happen, but I hope it doesn't. There are so many people, especially in the Italian influencer sphere, that buy followings, and the follower count is like the least dependable metric when it comes to quantifying the value of a certain influencer. Relationship update. So how exactly is my relationship and how's Enrico? Honestly, there, I have to say I have no complaints as well. Enrico is actually on track to graduate in 2 months, which is super exciting because I have to say that in a relationship, it has been a little bit hard being like that one of us is a full-time worker and one of us is a full-time student. At least when we were both full-time students, we had more or less the same schedule, the same priorities, the same worries. Whereas now I have different priorities, different worries, and our schedules are totally like the opposite. When I'm working during the day and he comes home at night, he'll probably want to do something in the evening during the week, whereas I am super tired because I worked all day. Meanwhile, I love to enjoy my weekends and when I'm not working, but he usually has to study over the weekend. And also the fact that we're really limited in stuff that we get to do together outside of, his studies and my work because of money. Like, I have my money to spend. I can go on a vacation tomorrow, but he can't necessarily do that. So I'm really excited for us to be on the same page, like financially and goal-wise, and we can see each other hopefully more often. But yeah, other than that, everything's all good. Just gonna be looking around for jobs. Oh my gosh, so another big update. Can we go a while on this channel without talking about immigration? I don't think so. Specifically my immigration and my immigration status. So as you guys probably know, I've been in Italy for 5 years now. There's a whole EU law, save a couple countries, like I think it was Denmark, the UK, which tra poco non ci sarà nella Unione. But anyways, it's an EU-wide law that says that once an immigrant to the EU state has been there legally, consecutively for 5 years, then they can apply for long-term residency. And what they would get instead of a permesso di soggiorno di un anno or 2 anni would be one with an unlimited end date that you just have to update every 5 years with your photo. And as long as you continue living and working in Europe, you get to have that status. So I qualify, obviously, because I've been here legally for 5 years. I make enough money, and I was really excited to finally get that because luckily it's an EU-wide permit. And so if for some reason we had to leave Italy temporarily or long term, it would be useful to have that to not go to another EU country and have to start da capo from everything. And also, if we stay in Italy or leave Italy and return, I wouldn't have to start everything all over da capo. It would be a really useful document to have. Despite the fact that the law is pretty clear, and by how the law is written, I am perfectly eligible. The Questura, which is like the immigration office here in Italy, every year with me, they invent something to, make it harder and to make it seem impossible. For example, this year, the law says that the income requirement is that you need to show that you've made above a certain limit for the year. And I obviously have. And the Questura just kind of invented themselves that actually it's not just this year, it's 3 years, which I have, despite the fact that I've been working in Italy the whole time I've been here. While I was in school, it was part-time. So even though I was sustaining myself, it wasn't that level they asked for. But the irony is I do have it for the next the last 2 years, ever since I've graduated, I've always worked and been above that limit. And on top of that, right now, in addition to my economic activities, you know, my Partita IVA, my registered company, I also have a contract with, you know, the startup for the next 3 years. So I'm pretty financially stable, and they're trying to like block me anyways. So super lucky that I have access to a lawyer, and so I'm doing the whole thing with the lawyer, but it's been very stressful to say the least, as you guys can imagine. So, you know, keep your fingers crossed for me, because every year with the permesso, it's just a mess. I really don't know why it's written in the law, like even the lawyer says it's written in the law this, but they interpret it like that. I gotta be careful with what I say, but I think that's really weird that it's clearly written that the law is this, but people just like make arbitrary decisions on other people's future based on how they're feeling that day. All these politicians love to go on with their rhetoric about immigration and then finish it with, but we like legal immigration. Legal immigration is fine, blah, blah, blah. But you see everywhere, whether it be Italy or USA, that that's not actually true. Since we're going out tonight, I'm gonna go a bit overboard. You wanna exaggerate? This is how we do it. Just gonna do a really weak cut crease, but you know, just go like that so it kind of creates the cut crease. It gives you an outline of where the cut crease is supposed to go. And the applicator makes it really easy to kind of just draw that out, but I'm gonna use a brush to fix it and make it as perfect as it possibly can be, but it won't be that perfect because, you know. Okay, I don't really know if I like this. I just ruined the whole look. Yeah, I don't really think I like this cut crease or what I just did. So let's see if I can rescue this somehow off camera. What can be said? This look was on the verge of crashing and dying multiple times, but I think I saved it. Just gonna go in with the finishing touches because I'm actually running late now. Oh, let's talk about another life update is that I'm going to Jamaica again. This time, me and Enrico are actually going to Jamaica together for Christmas to meet my mom's family down there and just, you know, chill. The first few months of the year, I was sorting out my permesso, and so I couldn't leave. And then from like April to June, I was traveling a little bit. But then in July, I had to pay like almost 10,000 euros in taxes, just così, like that, a bonifico. After that, I had to just save and work for a while because that was a big hit to me financially, and I wouldn't have been able to justify any other like big trips after just paying almost 10,000 euros. Pretty excited for 2020 because I just feel like 2019 was a struggle year for me. A lot of good things happened, but a lot of nonsense happened as well. And without a doubt, I'm just ready to hopefully have a more productive and better year next year. My goals for next year is to, you know, maintain my income, save a lot, invest a lot. I started investing in some stocks last week. So I'm officially an investor with investments on the stock market. And I want to make some videos on like personal finance and building wealth as well, because I know a little bit about it. I mean, I studied it and now I'm doing it, and I would love to share my knowledge because I think that one of the things that are really unfortunate in this world is just like a general lack of financial literacy and what that has done. I think that's it. I mean, I covered finances, love, immigration. Let me put some mascara on my almost non-existent bottom lashes. I need to learn how to put on bottom lashes, so that's what I need, some bottom lashes. So let's just finish this off with a nice little nude lip. And I'm actually gonna put some gloss on top of it. Wonderful. Wonderful. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for the life update because I have got to go. Hope you guys enjoyed like sitting with me and talking with me a little bit and how we kind of, you know, created and got to this cool little pinky Barbie glowy look. As always, remember to like and subscribe if you guys haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.